Hey guys, Jeffrey here. So we're gonna make a really cool meal, something I fashioned up myself over some real good ingredients. I want to make some plantain chips using some plantains, some sweet potato chips, some roasted garlic, lots of garlic. We're gonna make this little dish with some 2 pounds of turkey meat. I don't use a lot of beef. I don't like the red meat. I don't like looking in the cow's eyes. Think about those poor little cows. Turkeys, maybe I feel bad for them too. Some red onion. My favorite, always, ginger. And we're gonna add some spices like black pepper, red cayenne pepper. Gonna use some rice. We're gonna probably start that first. Some red curry paste, some sambal, and some basil, and some Italian seasoning. Some little dishes that I gotta use with some pans, obviously, for the baking. I'll use a wok for cooking the meat and blending the vegetables. And of course my little rice cooker and my little fry maker. First thing we're gonna do is wash everything. All right, first what we're gonna do is get rid of the garlic because it's taking a lot of space up. So we'll go ahead and smash these, get them all broken up. Peel them apart, use some strings. We're gonna make a mess. And we'll throw all this rubbish like we always do outside to go back to the earth. All right, while I'm prepping the garlic, I'm going to put all my garbage, my refuse into a tray like this. So I'm going to go ahead and take the turkey and put it in the pan that I'm going to be cooking in, the wok. So get that rolling. Get this rolling. Use these trays for the garlic paper. And I gotta make sure I wash my hands first. You gotta do the happy birthday thing. I sped it up, you just didn't know it. All right, so I'm gonna get all this paper, put it in here so I can easily pour it outside. And then I'm gonna go back to doing garlic. All right, once we got all the garlic peeled, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in some aluminum foil. We'll put it all in here. Nice and pretty like there's a crap ton. It will keep the women and the vampires away, so no worries, guys. If you're married, it's not like you're gonna have any relations anyway. All right, so we've got it all there. Mess is kind of half-assed cleaned up. So you kind of put it in the middle, kind of line it out a little bit. Make a little boat, like so. And add about, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I don't like to use oil, so I'm still using it. So there's 2 tablespoons. Make sure it's drizzle. Oh, maybe 3. Well, you know what? We had a lot of garlic. Maybe 4.5. 4.6. All right, so we get it. We're gonna throw it up. We're gonna wrap it. so it doesn't come undone. And in the meantime, while I was peeling the garlic, I set my oven to 400 degrees. And so what I'm going to do is have it all nice and wrapped. Make sure all of that oil is scattered around. And we're going to put it in the oven for about 40 minutes or so. If you want it more caramelized, you go, a little longer. You can tell when it's done when you stick a knife through it and it's kind of squishy all the way through. Like I said, if you want it more caramelized, you do check it about 10 minutes or so. So 40 minutes. Next, we're gonna get the sweet potato fries ready. I almost cut my thumb off with this machine before. This is supposed to be a fry maker. Wish me luck. I don't take the skin off. You have the most nutrients in the skin of vegetables like this. But once this gets down a little further, we'll use a little tool. It's already jacking up. All right. Sweet potatoes are super hard. All right. As you can see, it's working perfectly. I guess I'm gonna have to cut these into French fry shapes. All right. Don't buy one of these. Surely there's got to be a better way. This is the tool that you're supposed to be using. And as you can see, oh, it actually does a little better. Use it as directed. Read your directions. Don't follow what I'm doing. But it is turning on its own, so there's that. Oh, this is actually a good machine now. So you cut your thumb off. All right, we got a partial sweet potato down. And I'm gonna try to finish this. This is fucking bullshit, damn it. How is it really supposed to fucking work, you know? It keeps turning on me. This is fucking not easy. Fucking hard work. Once this machine's served its fucking purpose, it goes in the trash can. It's garbage. It's junk. All right. We're kind of back at square one. So what we're gonna do is make them to little French fries like this now. Since they're sliced somewhat nice pieces. Now, I cleaned my kitchen really well. Now that that's all, done right there, we're gonna go ahead and get a and make french fries the hard way. Alright, once you went ahead and cut those, your forearm that you use is going to be much larger than the other one. But put them in a little pan here. I can see why people buy these at the store. But you know, this way you just won't have all that junk in there. So, mix them around a little bit. Get some pepper, put in it. I don't use salt on anything, nothing, because there's so much salt already in everything, there's no point. Get some garlic powder. I was just going to use regular garlic, but of course it's cooking right now. So put some garlic powder in there. You know, you like yours a little spicy, maybe a little cayenne pepper, right? So little, maybe just a lot, whatever floats your boat. All right, mix that around a little bit. All right, you're supposed to put some oil, about 2 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2. All right, now we're gonna mix that around, make it all healthy like. You know, when you call it French fries, kids love it. So you call them French fries. All right, I'm gonna use tin foil just because I don't feel like oil dripping on my oven later. So I'm gonna put these on here, try to scatter them out where they're as best as possible, not touching each other, but that's not gonna happen. You know, every so often you wanna turn it. You know, have the oven about 400. It's on convection right now, so that's why it's 25 degrees lower. All right, get that. Go ahead and get this other one going. This is only 3 sweet potatoes. Jeez. So you can eat these all week, I guess. This is like meal prepping maybe. So these will take about, like I said, about 20 minutes in the oven. I don't know if I said that or not, but it will take 20 minutes in the oven. And get it all in there. Get it all in there. Just like so. All right. Same thing. Season it up. A little oil. All right. I use extra virgin olive oil. I don't know if it makes a difference. It's motor oil, but it's all right. Pepper, cayenne pepper, some garlic powder. All right, and we're gonna mix these up. Look at these, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna taste like a carrot. You know what? Maybe I'm not gonna cook this batch. Oh, that's good. It is good. All right, that's super garlicky. All right, or maybe it's my hands from the garlic earlier. That's probably what it does. All right. Some foil again. You can see I've done this before. That's a lot. All right. And what I'm gonna do is stick this in the oven. The garlic's still cooking. I'm gonna try not to touch anything. Put it on a 3rd tray or so down. Flatten this one. Put it whatever tray is available. I'll put it next to the garlic. All right, next, we are going to clean up real fast. You know, get rid of the stuff we don't need. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the knife. What we want to make next is the rice. So clean. Remember, everything goes outside. You don't want. All right. Now, as I said before, rice. I'm gonna cut some rice open. I'm just gonna cook a cup of rice. So you wanna use, for my little rice cooker, about a cup of rice per 2 cups of water. So 1 to 2. So I'll do 1. I use this beautiful Lotus Jade Pearl rice. Freaking awesome. Here's some regular water. Alright, I'm going to mix in 2 of those. And for the rest of the water, you want to drink it. You can't ever have too much water. Well, you can. There's this contest once where it was wee for a wee or something like that. Person tried to hold it in and they died. We're not going to do that though. All right. Next, we are going to mince the ginger. I have my handy dandy slap chop, sort of. I've already washed it, and we'll see how well this does. Seems to be doing okay. All right, I like what I see here. If you watch my last videos, you know I like ginger. So I'm gonna use a good portion of raw ginger. Why not, right? Cut it up a little bit. This is not as good as the handy dandy slap chop, but I had that thing for so many years. So slap chop, if you're watching, I need a new one. It outlived itself. All right. So basically, then all right, minced ginger. We forgot to plug in the rice. All right, we're gonna get the rice cooking. What's going on? Cooking it. All right, it's on. Now we're gonna put this on this oven here. We're gonna hit start cooking this. Make sure we have the right burner on. This will only take about a couple minutes, so we'll save that to the end. And now, onion. So try to nicely scoot over the ginger. That's a lot of ginger. All right. We cut off the top, cut off the bottom, give it a little cut there. Go ahead and make a mess. Get rid of the first layer. Out the window. Go ahead and cut these into little chunks. If you got the handy dandy slap chop, you go ahead and place it in like so. Like so. not as good, as I said before, as the salad chop. We're gonna put all this ginger right here on the plate. I want this to cook a little bit so I can get a little of that grease out before I put in any other vegetables. Well, and so we're gonna do all the onions. Alright, so I diced up 2 onions, and my eyes will barely open right now. All they do is want to close. When that's the case, what you want to do is just grab a bunch of onion, eat it like you would apple pieces. It's supposed to help. Alright, so I decided to add some edamame to this. So this is a new addition. First, I'm going to cook my turkey. Cooking turkey. I should say burning turkey. I want to get the turkey good and cooked before I put anything in there. And then I'll let the stuff simmer and mesh all the flavors together. Alright, once your turkey's good and cooked, that's when I like to season it. I don't like to cook it while it's, or season it while it's raw. So I'll do a little pepper, I'll do a little cayenne pepper, you know, to your liking. I'm going to use a red curry paste. Like a little teaspoon of that. Maybe 2 teaspoons. Maybe 3. No, 2 1/4. 2 tastes. This is pretty good. Maybe another one. Yeah, I like that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cook it with a sambal sauce. Maybe a teaspoon or tablespoon of that. Some basil. Gravy. To taste. And some Italian seasoning. To taste. And this is what I like to put my soybeans in. My edamame. Just a little extra protein. So that cools it back down real fast. That way, I'll start cooking this. And by the time I get done, the rice will be done. And I'm going to go ahead and add the rice. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and prep the plantains. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the cutting board. Peel the plantains like you would. I don't know, anything else? I like to cut the bottoms off. Then make a stripe down it. That'll make it where you can just peel it. It's not like peeling a banana, really. I mean, it is, but it's not as easy. They're not as tame, per se. So, once I have that all peeled away, I like to cut the plantains at an angle here. So I'll do an angle with all these, like so.
Now what was it? Put some 2 tablespoons of oil. going? Huh? Alright. Alright, so once I'm done cutting the plantains.
Alright, so once I finish cutting the plantains, the little wedges like so, I got a pan ready, put some oil in it, and about 2 tablespoons or so. Let it get hot, but not too hot. Put it on medium. And try not to eat all the plantain. In the meantime, it's actually pretty good. Alright. Get rid of all the refuse. And we wait a minute. Alright, so once we got the soybeans, you know, they're still a little hard, but they're cooking. Go ahead and put all your vegetables in there that you cut up. Like so. Get that all stirred up. And we're going to let it cook down a little bit for about 10 or so minutes on medium heat. With the lid on. Oh. Alright, so once you've been sweating in the kitchen, you take your little garlicky fingers, kind of put it in your hair a little bit, get wet. Alright, wash your hands after that. Turn off the water. Alright, so now we're going to check the garlic. See if it's ready. It's been in there a while. Don't put your face down too hard and fast. All right, it's hot as hell. Now, we are gonna peel some of this garlic and put it in our dish. This is still getting ready. It's almost ready, it's too ready. Turn this down for a minute for plantains. So we'll go ahead and put some of them in there. So this is some fried plantains and some extra virgin olive oil. So you're gonna do these in stages. So you'll cook it probably about a minute, minute and a half on each side. Like so. Make sure it's all getting thoroughly cooked. Ow. All right. Minute and a half on each side for these. I'm going to peel some garlic and I'll put it in here along with the rice. Son of a bitch, damn hell. All right, once you have however much you want to taste for garlic, I'm going to put about, I don't know, 12 or so cloves in there. So I'm going to put this in there. Throw this outside. That's a good natural insect repellent, by the way. So I still have a whole lot of garlic left. And we'll use that as part of my meal. So for this, we're going to go ahead and get our rice. I like to mix my rice inside this. So that's what we'll do because this is my recipe. A lot of people might just want to put their stuff on top of the rice, but not this guy. I like to have it throughout. All right. So there's a cup of rice, the garlic, and I'm going to flip this around a little bit, get everything mincing. Like so. You want all those flavors to come together. This is like, it'll feed me for like a week and a half. Right. So while we're doing that, we got to do something else, and that's the plantains. I only covered it because I took the lid off, so you don't really cover it. I flipped it just a minute ago, so these look absolutely great if they weren't a little burnt, but they're good. All right, so this is cool. And now what we want to do is put in a little oil and start all over again on the process. So with that, we'll get that oil hot, we'll get that oil hot. And then we'll put the rest of the plantains on. And in the meantime, we will have this stirred up. And let it aerate, like so. Don't burn your fingers. Try not to touch a hot burner. There we go. Aerated for a minute. Now I'm going to stick this back on and let it cook down a little more. When I say cook down, I just want it to kind of come down, come down, and then once we take the lid off, a lot of that moisture will come out. All right, the oil looks good. So now we'll put the rest of the plantains on, like so. You hear the monsters outside. All right. And once you have those done, we are nearly finished. So all that we need to do now is cook these plantains. And by the time they're done, this will be ready to eat. While you're eating garlic, oops, you can't forget about your fries. All right, so we gotta get these out, and they are ready. They're ready to go. Nice. Very hot. Damn. But they're finished. They're actually little French fries. So kids will love them. Awesome. Turn off your oven. And flip your plantains if they're ready. They are. See how golden brown they are? Good. So we'll flip that on the back side. This is something I just made up, by the way. I made all this shit up. So, you can do anything you put your mind to. I had a bunch of ingredients, so I was like, let's put this together and make something. So, plantains. You can flavor the plantains however you want. You want a little Cajun spice, you want a little pepper, you want salt, which I don't recommend. Do it. If you want to add some chicken to this, add some chicken, or some lobster paste, whatever you want. Add it. I just added the ingredients that I thought would taste good. And in the end, I promise to let you know if it really tasted good or not. I know the sweet potatoes are Awesome. I had those. I know that the garlic is awesome. What's cool about these things, you just pop them in your mouth, chew them for a second. All that's left is the outer skin. And just kind of put it down. If you're trying to impress a girl, I don't recommend that you do that in front of her. But then again, if you're trying to impress a girl, you wouldn't need that much garlic, right? So, it's a win-win for us guys. Or for you girls that are trying to impress a guy, or maybe not impress a guy. Or maybe if you eat it together, it wouldn't even matter because you're eating it together and you both smell the same. But it'll stay in your system about 3 days. And so will all the nutrients. So this is a nutrient-filled meal. Not a lot of garbage. Garlic. And not a lot of waste. And so now, I am going to enjoy. Pretty good at this. There we go. And you don't even have to get a plate out. Especially if you're alone. Come over here and grab one of these. Come over here. We have a French fry. Oh, I like garlic. Oh, another French fry. Oh, crispy French fry. Don't forget the main dish though. Oh, soybean. All right, so we're done. It turned out beautiful. Pour yourself a nice big glass of apple cider vinegar. Bragg is one of the best. Have you a shot? Pour a little on your food there, and let's enjoy. A little oniony. Yeah, it's a little oniony. But other than that, it's actually a lot oniony. These are good. These are good. I'm going to call it a score. It's fantastic because you know what? I like oniony.